on the air. Good evening. Good evening.
Hello.
We here, good friends. Good friends. We're here. We're here. It's on. I'm finna say something. I gotta wait on here. I gotta send her a message too. My daughter talking about, but I ain't friends with Wyntis. I might need to be friends with Wyntis on Facebook. I said, go ahead and request her.
Yeah, my page is public though. She can still come on there and watch everything.
She was like, I'm gonna have to find Wyntis on there. Y'all be talking. Y'all be having me cracking up laughing.
I got so like I can't control when stuff I can't control, I just leave it alone. Like my emails done got out of hand, I done left them alone. Not a friend's request, they done got out of hand, so I left them alone. And not a message. The inbox done got out of hand. I try to like the few like people that I'm used to like texting me or inboxing me. Like I'll go and check and make sure I'm keeping up with them, but I can't keep up with all the messages.
Do you know that when you share your stuff, this is so Wyntis know this. Do you know when you share your stuff, I can't share it? It just say I can send to people.
In the Flint Politics reboot. That's where you at. If you go
if I go to A10 News Media,
you can share from there.
I can share from there. I got to share from the A10 News Media group. Yes. You all come on and join us. It's on a Hot Spot Friday. We got good stuff this week.
She said we got good. Well, we already got some people up there.
Yeah, I see y'all. Hey, everybody.
I enjoy
I can see some of those names.
I'm still trying to send it to some people, but I guess they might be already on here. Listen,
I got you, Vicky. I got you. I'm finna share it now.
My little Facebook show.
I like how y'all be doing
Facebook today.
So if I just hit that at everybody, it go to everybody. My phone is acting bootleg today.
Where's my other phone?
No, this ain't the government phone.
She said that ain't the government phone.
Hey. Not this time around.
Hey, Let me see. It is what it is.
Everyone. Let's say this type at everyone, right? And it's supposed to go to everyone. Everybody.
I did that in the reboot. If y'all tired of me doing that, then
dang, y'all, I ain't gonna need to tell y'all. I must have hit that button to try to share it 1,000,000 times, and it came up about 5 or 6 times. So if y'all see it on there, just like one of them, y'all stay on the one thread. I'm finna text my daughter because my daughter got to get on 810 News Media. I'm gonna tell her get on 810 News Media group.
Yep, we'll make sure 810
on.
Hey, Aunt Eartha.
JoJo.
Hey, JoJo.
I asked JoJo. I said, JoJo, you want to come get on the show with us? She said, I'm shy.
Oh, you know what? I told her too. She was like, okay.
I said, but you
I didn't know she was that soft spoken.
But you could do it. Hey, everyone. I see you, Miss Eartha, on there, Miss Kathy.
I can't see what he said. Tony said, Wyntis is Hollywood now.
She sure is.
I just make it.
I'm gonna have to make an appointment to see her, Tony.
You don't need no appointment. Kathy King, how you doing? That's my big sister, the legend, the Flint snapper, Christine Brown. What's up, baby? I love you, big sister. Hey, Mama Quill, she on here today. Good afternoon.
Dang, I wasn't supposed to be asking her to buy something from the store too, because I was typing the wrong letter. I'm trying to tell my daughter to get on here. Hopefully we see her pop up, show up.
So Mickey can share. So I got it on here so I can see what these people say. I ain't bring my reading glasses.
Oh,
Lord. I'm just gonna sit here and hold my phone because it ain't that hot in here.
My vision must be doing a little. She said, okay, so that's good. My vision must be doing a little bit better because I could see the screen a lot better today than I could the other day.
That's what I'm talking about, Jeff. And Jeff, I got a team now, Sister Audrey. I got a team for the Wyntis Hall show, and I sent a video today to my digital creator, and she's supposed to be putting something together because Jeff said that he got a ding for the notification for when you join YouTube and you subscribe to A10 News Media Group and hit that little bell. You'll get a ding every time that we go live, and people are loving that on YouTube. So I encourage all of you to go to YouTube. It'll be a video coming out real soon. You know, I had to give the Wyntis Hall show out a little plug, but still, it's on A10 News Media Group. You gonna get all of the shows,
right? All of them. You'll get a ding every time,
right?
I'm cracking up laughing because I'm laughing at Tony's message. Read it for us, Mickey. You gonna read it?
No, Mickey ain't gonna read it.
I'm watching which one I'm read it. It says Sis Audrey F. Young Mohammed. That's how Eric said Mohammed. You might want to get your daughter a VIP badge to talk to.
She don't need no VIP badge. She don't need no VIP badge. Listen, I'm just trying to get it.
Got one more for you. Sis Muhammad. This coming from Bada 100. Says Miss Muhammad. So does the ARPA have secret meetings at Gloria Cole's library?
See, look, Bada, don't be getting me in no trouble today. You already came to our meetings and got me in trouble. We're gonna address that. We're gonna address that because I did address that. You know, y'all bring me y'all issues, y'all bring me y'all concerns. Sitting on the library board, I always take them, and I did address that. They were having meetings there. They were having meetings there, but my understanding is that the last meeting was somewhere else, I think. But I did address that and say, you know, hey, that's not a legal meeting, a legal board. And they was like, well, you know, people just ask for meetings. I said, when you have somebody that got something that's illegal, you stop them. Don't try it. Don't start.
Thank God for a strong sister.
I had to just say it in that meeting. Don't play me. I don't like when people play me like I'm stupid and dumb.
Oh yeah.
Don't do that. That's the worst thing. I don't care who you are. Right. Don't ever play me like I'm stupid and dumb. You know, talk to and address me with some kind of common sense. And then I had got addressed. You know, Kate is gone now. Yesterday might have been her last day. Monday is our new executive director that will be there starting on next week. Okay. But, you know, like I told her, I didn't know we had already been addressed to our board president, Rita Stanley, and she had sent out an email, which I missed the email where she addressed that, and she wanted to know because we got to meet, even though that's, you know, we have let anybody have meetings there have to be some kind of control. Okay. There has to be some kind of medium or something. Don't let them just have meetings there because you support the mayor.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because you
that's just crazy.
I won't even go more into that. I'm hoping that my other people from the library show up, but don't do us like that because we know other stuff did not happen that should have happened.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna need y'all to help support us at the library, and I'm gonna say that for this because we have a new executive director. She is Black. She's moved here from Denver, Colorado.
Oh, I'm excited about that.
Yes, and she's coming with a lot of great ideas. She's fresh to do. She want to know what our concerns are for the Gloria Coles Flint Public Library.
Oh, we can get her on the show.
I'm gonna work on that next week. We're going down there because she do want to talk to us. She want to let us know what it is she want to bring to us.
Yes.
So, you know, I'm gonna tell you some things that have been brought to me.
Go ahead.
That I'm in 100% agreement with what we should do with the library. We need an exclusive area, an exclusive shelf for number local authors.
That would be amazing.
In particular, our Black authors.
Yes.
But for any of our authors.
But can we go old and new? I used to love Donald Goines' books growing up.
Is he from Flint?
I don't know, but he wrote about Flint. A series of Flint. I love Donald Goines' books.
Because you know who I didn't know was from Flint?
Who?
Elin Harris.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
He grew up in Flint too. Yeah, Elin Harris was from Flint before he moved somewhere else.
Okay.
So we have a lot of like you say old authors and new authors.
Okay.
That are from Flint.
Okay.
We can get what's his name?
Who? We got that one guy.
We can get Jeremy Drummond's books over there.
He got a book over?
I think he got something. He got some kind of story because that's how me and him started talking about the book. I think he do. I could be mistaken, but I think
don't give me the line. I ain't even about to sit up here and act like I know who I writing the book because I can't. Because
he was young when he wrote the book, and he still get like he was talking about the residuals that he got from it. He was young.
I don't know nobody that wrote the book in Flint. Not a man.
Yeah, he wrote, but yeah, Elin Harris was from Flint, and you know, you start to look at. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know. I want somebody to tell me for real. It was a friend of mine that lives in New York, New Jersey. Hopefully, he might end up tuning in. I'm gonna have to make sure he tunes. One of the brothers in the nation that told me that Christian Keys used to live here in Flint.
Who's that?
You don't know who Christian Keys, y'all. She don't know who Christian Keys is. Y'all crack on anybody in the audience. Y'all crack on her for not who Christian.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on to my Muslim virtues, but he is fine.
Okay.
How do you not know? Christian Keys is the brother that got the big cross or something that's tattooed on them and stuff. And look him up on your phone. Look him up on your phone right now. Y'all don't talk about me. I'm still.
What does he do?
I'm still gonna hold on to my virtues, huh? He's not an author. He's an actress. Actor. He's an actor, and he played on all the Queen's Men. He played in a lot of Tyler Perry plays.
Oh, him. They can't. He look like Jussie Smollett. No. I need a Morris Chestnut.
That's not a good looking. That's not a good picture of him.
It don't matter.
All right, ladies, can I get a?
No, he's just
Iceberg Slim. Iceberg Slim. Donna Goins did that. Was he from Flint or was he from Detroit? Because that story was a little bit about Detroit, wasn't it?
What, some of the books? Because he had one called 8 Mile or something like that, didn't he?
Iceberg Slim. But see, yeah, he was probably from Detroit more so. But that's okay. We still love our Detroit brothers and sisters from down there.
Oh yeah, that's right on the pipeline.
I got one of our sisters in to be able to do a free show. You know, if you wrote a book,
you gotta tell Sister Ursina we on. That's my friend.
Okay, she might be driving. She was traveling today.
Okay.
But I will tell you know what she did tell me. She did tell me to text her. Her and Sister Carla told me to text them and remind them, and I forgot. Let me text Sister Ursina. Okay. Ursina, we need you. You know, I got a sister into the library to be able to do a presentation on her book because she had a self-help book.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was able, because if you're a local artist, I think you can sell your stuff.
Oh, really? That's
for free.
A good plug.
But if you're not, you have to do something else. Somehow or another, you have to reserve the rooms a little differently. But because she was from Detroit, they allowed her to come on and be in there and doing it. We had Sister Mariam Muhammad. She had an excellent self-help book. You know, she do a lot of things. She got Heal Thy Life. I actually went to her women's seminars. Every year. She haven't had them since right before COVID. The one year I went, we did a lot of healing. We did a lot of crying because it was like, you know, we don't know how much burdens we carry on ourselves as women.
Absolutely.
Sometimes somebody can say something to trigger you. You'll start crying like, why am I crying? You're crying because it's something that's been going on in your life that you may not just be that much aware of. Boy, when I left, that felt so refreshing. Knew that was the first year that I was able to complete Ramadan all 30 days and not break it. Read the Quran because every day, all 30 days.
That cry
I had released
it.
Right.
It's okay to cry.
Yep. She said that's a cleansing of the soul.
Right.
We don't know that. It's okay.
Absolutely.
Stop saying, oh, I'm a big girl. I can't do this. I see my sister LaShawna on here. I sound like her sister LaShawna. She lived down in Detroit. She's from Pittsburgh.
Uh-huh.
She moved to Flint, married a brother here in Flint, and then he took her away from me and moved her to Detroit. That's my sister. I love me some Sister LaShawna. Yeah, yes.
Gina then stepped into the room.
Gina. Okay,
Gina
I got you. She sent me my message for me to make sure I give her message.
They go, oh, hey, Uncle AC. He on here. Mm-hmm. Hey, Uncle AC. He said he trying to get to you. He wants your phone number.
Me?
Hey,
because I got a new number. I got a new phone number, AC. I sure do. Look at you. You in the second ward. That's right. That takes us to that text message. Can I share it?
It's that you take the lead. I'm just here chilling.
Why you keep saying that? I don't understand.
Because I just like being a co-pilot sometimes. It's okay. I know my role. I sit here and I co-pilot.
Y'all see me roll my eyes.
I'm just saying. That's what I do.
So listen, you all know that we are in recall season. I don't like to exploit or anything on anyone, but we do have several people that it's very significant that we recall. If you all didn't see the city council meeting the other day and saw Eva Worthing stand up.
She said, I know you're not going to stand up.
And stood up over Miss Tanya Burns, Councilwoman Tanya Burns. Tanya Burns had to stand up and take her stance.
But see, Eva only did that because she knew them police officers was about to come up there and rush to her side. Metcalf was sitting like 2 rows from the front.
Eva got to go.
She had to go.
And she should have been gone. She should have never got back in. That's an election right there that I believe that they cheated. What's his name? Steve Barry. They cheated Barber. They cheated him. They cheated him out of that.
You know,
I'm
it's so
sure
crazy.
they cheated him out of that election.
A lot of people probably just punched her name because she was the only one on the ballot, because, you know, we're not going to write in nothing. He was still a write-in candidate, which I totally believe he had his signatures. But he almost beat her as a write-in candidate.
He probably beat her because there was a lot. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Arsena. She done joined us.
Sister
She
Arsena,
got it. She
that's
got
my
it good.
friend.
But to tell the truth though, I know somebody, and I ain't gonna say who they is.
Okay.
But the person told me, said they was watching ballots, came in, and they saw how many ballots he had with his signature on them. That was working there, and he had more votes in that particular couple of precincts that person was at than she had.
I have no doubt within a fiber of my body that they cheated. Ministers that wasn't even properly sealed, so it was no way for you to go back and what was that? Steve Barber.
Hey,
Steve Barber's in the. He came on there. Hello,
said
Steve.
no one ran
Welcome
against
to
her.
Sister Circle.
Yeah, Jeff.
Jeff said wrong. He did. Yeah, we said that as a
Steve
write-in.
Barber ran against her as a write-in.
And
he probably should have. He should have been on that ballot. I really believe he won. He should. You know, hey, yeah, he even needs to go. But anyway, just so that you all know, I'm gonna read this text just like Gina gave it to me. But I'm gonna change it because she did put the wrong word in there. But we love you, Gina. She said, please be advised that volunteers will be out knocking doors with clipboard and petitions for the 2nd and the 9th ward. We need about 40 volunteers, 20 in each ward. If anyone is interested, they can contact her, Gina Luster, and she's on this feed. So go to her page, inbox her, or if you got her number, do it. Her or Miss Beverly Biggs. They are giving $25 per completed sheet. Those sheets have to have valid signatures on them, not just anybody. Registered voters have to be on those sheets, and they have to be registered in that particular ward. So make sure that you got that clear with the person before they sign. They're going to be running 2 shifts from 12 to 4 and then from 4 to 8. So you know already we ready to get out there and get some business taken care of.
They've been out there already because
they've been out. Yes.
Oh my God, they was out in the 2nd ward, I think last weekend. And Sister Audrey, that's when I tell you I can't keep up with my message box. Wyntis, do you know the people on the recall? Can you get them to send them come back? Even my mama tell them to come back because I was gone to bingo. Yeah, she in the 2nd ward now.
Me and Ms. Marshall need to have a visit.
I mean, everybody on the street was signing.
Yep.
Because they said we voted for Tanya Burns.
Yep.
We didn't vote for her.
They didn't vote. They didn't want her, and they don't want her in there.
No,
because she, you know, I'm not gonna bash her because I won't do that. That's not what we're gonna do. Somebody accused us of being a basher, and they're not on here. So you obviously have not tuned in to our show. I don't know where you've been tuning in.
No,
but
last week I thought we had a great show.
We had a great show, but that's okay. We'll talk about that later. But we're not bashing. Okay. All right, Steve. So get in touch with Gina. She's in this feed. Steve, please do. And then let us know what you need us to do to help you because we're going to be out there. We're getting them. We're going to get those signatures. I'm going out. You know, people like cute babies. I'm taking the babies out with me and let them help me with signing. Can you want to sign my paper? That's what I should do.
Take 2 sweet.
I'll take 2 sweet.
Mm-hmm.
She's a bully, but she's sweet though. She'll be out there. She said, "Sign my paper." She don't even talk, y'all. You'll be like, We're gonna have her get signatures this weekend.
But you know, we need to make sure, like they're doing in the 7th ward for the 9th ward and also for the 2nd ward. I think that I'm not gonna say I think the residents should pay attention as who's running.
Yep.
Making sure that you get somebody that's vested in your area, vested in your ward, that's gonna be looking out for you, because it's just too many people out there that we putting in office that don't have our best interests in heart.
That's very true.
And I think it's sad. I said in January of 2022 that we knew recall season was gonna be approaching us in November. We should have started looking last year. It's to me, when I can sit up here and almost name each person in each ward who's gonna run, that's not how it should be. It's no new blood coming in. We can't get any new blood. And the first verse we want to rattle off is train up a child in the way they should come. So when they get old, they want the proper. But it's nobody growing up, training up, and trying to bring these young people. You know what I'm saying? We missing a whole generation out here.
Man, I talked to this young man at work. He's 20 years old. He said to me,
Steve, you can't blame me for losing. Because damn it, I was wrong. I admit it. I was wrong as hell. Yes, 150%. I take that blame. I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna own it.
I see you saying that.
I own it. I own it. I went on there. I know who I backed. I backed Kate Fields, which I still don't feel like that was a back with gun-toting Judy.
Man,
because I don't think Kate would have let them run all over her.
I told somebody that she carried a gun, but probably all the council people in here. Somebody ignorant enough to say to me, all Black women in Flint carry guns. I said, look in my purse and see if I got one. Don't sit up here because you got a problem and an issue and you like gun-toting Judy. Don't sit up here. And this is a Black man that said that. I said, don't sit here and tell me that crap. Everybody don't carry guns.
So don't.
Everybody don't have to carry guns.
That's right.
Everybody don't feel like they have to carry guns. But if they do carry guns, I respect that too.
My hands is my weapon. Ya chaya ha.
Don't do that at all. But just know we have to do better. Like I say, I don't want to bash anybody, but just be careful. Just know who you selecting and who you backing. If you could tell me you done 5 or 6 good things, but you didn't support money to go to people with their basement flooded and you didn't return their phone calls.
She wasn't here. She was at a some type of ball or something in Maryland. It was footage of her, there.
And you ain't backing and supporting us getting ARPA funds to get roofs taken care of.
Oh, she's not gonna do that. What did they say the other day about that adding a $5 million?
Well, I don't know where we're going to get this money from. We don't pull it out the sky. You ain't supposedly spent the money yet. So you could reallocate that. Y'all could get 6 votes from the council and turn over any votes. Do you know 6 council members?
Angela Allen, thank you so much.
Do you know 6 council members can get rid of Sheldon Neely as the mayor?
Absolutely. I knew that.
6 council members can change over any decision that they've already made.
Why do you think he has such a vested interest in the 7th Ward Council seat? You can't depend on Eva showing up every meeting.
She showed
so he can't. But that's why they also changed those rules to say majority. It used to you have to have 5. Now it's just majority,
which is good because it whooped them the other day because they had the majority of them was gone. It was Eric, Tanya, and
it
Jerry.
Flips on them every time they change the rules.
But the charter, I'm just gonna be honest, and I know a lot of y'all knew. Some of y'all know somebody who was on that charter review board. That charter was really written to get something done with Karen Weaver. Everything in there that was written in there was going against them, and now it flipped because guess what? Now she ain't in office.
Right.
So now you got violations of the charter. People saying they just don't care about the charter. Well, okay, we just saying the mayor said he don't care about the charter because he violated. He didn't say that, but he's showing that.
Right.
So he ain't got to speak it. He think it, and he did it. He just violated the charter in every way that you possibly can.
I'd be so proud to see all of the women speaking up week after week after week after week at the council meeting.
They are speaking up.
Men.
You can't. Yeah, we need y'all. We need your backing because they taking us for granted.
Yeah,
they really are. Men have a tendency to do that. I'm not trying. It's not a man bashing thing, but men, and I won't go too far into it because you already know. But when a woman don't have a man at her side, like you single or whatever else, men seem to take more advantage of women when they don't have nobody at their side. Right. And I'm gonna leave that one right there. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Quit doing that to the women. If you are supposed to be the protectors of the community.
Right. Absolutely.
Not just of your wife and your girlfriend, of the community. So we need you all to stand up and do it. So now I did want to address something else.
Okay. Put it on the floor.
And I'm going to try not to go too far.
Okay.
Mickey got his hand over his head because he already know what it means.
I don't know. Okay.
So the other day, dang, I don't want to, I hate bringing up bad stuff. You know, unfortunately,
Okay.
the sister lost her life. You know, unfortunately, the young man did that, and he lost his life.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just gonna say this to you all, and I'm gonna say this to every mother that's tuning in. None of us birthed our children to rob anybody,
Right.
to kill anybody.
Right.
Whether they rob somebody, kill somebody, they still our child.
Right.
We still feel the pain if they lose their life.
Right.
Regardless to what the circumstances is.
Absolutely.
I just asked Adam Ford to remove a post that I thought was very disrespectful, because regardless to what that man and that woman left children here. They both got a family here. They got to sit back and take the brunt of what happened. Regardless to right or wrong, it don't make a difference. Their families are going to be here suffering, both on both sides. You know, I hate to see anything happen, but it was in very poor taste. He went all off into something and said, "You people."
Oh, okay.
Adam, I copied and screenshot your message before you deleted your "you people." And I said, "Who do you mean, you people?" Adam, you're showing your true self.
Well, you know, I can't. I may share over there sometimes. Most of the times, I really don't go over there. I've some things when you moving up, you got to leave some stuff where they are, and I felt like it's a page where he lets people bash people.
Yes.
The administrator is over the anonymous people.
And you know who they are.
Yes, you know who it is. I turned it off in my group. I realized it was on when Sharad Piggy had tried to submit an anonymous post calling me and Tanya and Danielle and Duval Murdoch when we was all down there vibes, like all the snakes that used to be against Mayor Neely. And I was like, dude, he gotta know I'm gonna see this. But maybe they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, you know, I kept it up there for a little while just to remind myself. But I'm like, I'm not gonna have this, because that was just extra mess. And what disturbed me more is that it's a man. And when you look at some of those posts over there in that group that shall remain nameless, because I will give it no airplay on my platform.
Okay, got you.
It's men over there attacking women, and he's letting that happen. But if you look at the structure of the paragraph, the sentence, you know who it is.
Right. I'm going to say this about the anonymous people that's on there. If you see a post up and you think it's me and it says anonymous, you're a lie, because I ain't scared.
No,
so I'm going
to
post right with my name. You going to know it's me. But these men, they are all cowards. You are a coward when you come after a woman. That's number one. Number two, you're more of a coward when you go in as an anonymous. That is just the most. But you don't even make me mad, because I know you ain't brave. I know you don't wear the big man draws, like they say. Because if you got to go after us in that form, just like the post, I appreciated that day when you asked them to, you reported it to get taken down. Like, that was so crazy. Adam, you knew who that anonymous person was. You knew who the anonymous person was that went at me like that, which is okay and fine. Because I was about to say something, and I look like I eat a whole bunch of pork. No, I was born in this world not eating pork. But I wanted to tell them, so anonymous, if you listen, I want to say, yeah, I just got up from the table eating pork with your mama. That's what I was going to say. I'm sorry. Had to get it off my chest.
Hey, that's the circle. This is what we have.
That's what I was going to say. But since you was a coward, I said, oh, just let him go ahead and play, because you was a coward. But that really was where I was like, okay, this dude want to play the dozens. I can play them all day long. I got a whole bag of mama jokes. I got jokes for kids too. Right. I got jokes for anybody, mama, daddy jokes. I got a bag of them. Trust me, I got a big petty daughter at home who will make posts and pictures of you and compare you with animals and post you all day. I have the petty crew. I learned how to control that petty crew. I don't have to do that. I done grown up above and beyond that. So let me just tell you all something. Don't even try it.
Right.
Don't even try it. We're good. We're good. So, but Adam, do not come in. This is the time that where we as a community have to decide we will not allow anybody to come into our community and tell us who we can like.
Absolutely.
They can't tell us who we can't like. You can't tell us who we can support. that's out the door. I saw that happening, and I'm gonna go to the big star names. I saw it happening when the mainstream media attacked and went at the Kanye West. Whether you like him or not, that ain't for somebody else to decide if you should or not. They did it with R. Kelly. You don't let them decide if you can or can't play R. Kelly songs. Yep, I still play mine. I don't care if you like it or not.
But that's
I'm
what
gonna still play it. And Bill Cosby too. They dog Bill Cosby out. He might have did something was wrong, whether he did or not. None of us was in the room. We don't know if he did or not. We let mainstream media tell us that that's what it was. We stop doing that. Don't allow nobody to come into our community the same way. If they don't want to give us the accolades and give our people no awards at what is it, the Grammys or whatever all them things is, because half the time I won't even watch them because I don't need no other community to come in and tell me this person is okay and they deserve an award. Right. We got so many talented people out there. It's impossible for them all to win at the same award every year. However, we don't need them to tell us that we good. We know we bad. We know we good.
I'm tired of the people claiming that they for the community, they here, and we do for the community. We ain't got but about 4-5 donations over here at A10 News Media Group. I'm just gonna put it on the floor. So everybody that claim they for the community, they want to be sitting in these seats when it's time for election and when they want to try to get something done, like you really not for the community because you know we got a platform. You know that we the gateway to Flint, right off rip.
Right.
But you're not even trying to help us, but you want us to help you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they put so much pressure on the citizens of Flint, and we supposed to hold them up, keep pushing them up, but they don't do nothing for just the regular people.
Right.
And no, I think that's unfair.
It's unfair.
And you know, back to the bullying and attacking on social media, what it has done, it has made some women can't take it. And we've seen suicide rates, we've seen depression, we've seen anxiety come from stuff like that on social media. But then we also see the toughness. We've seen like you break them so much until they get numb. And that's the point I'm at. Like I don't feel it anymore. And that's what's making me scary at this time to myself. I don't feel I don't feel anything.
But yet and still some of the same ones that's doing it to you and to me and to others in the community are the same ones that's a part of anti-bullying program.
Yes.
How you a part of an anti-bullying program and you the number one bully?
Absolutely.
That's the thing.
You can't be a peacekeeper when you're a shit starter. And so you can't be out here for unity when you causing division. You can't be out here claiming that you for Black lives when you work for the white man. I mean, I put it on the floor. That's what we do. I mean, they leave it up to the women because the men is too scared to even take a stand to say anything.
Right, exactly. You are so right. I mean, when are we going to have our community? We got to have, and believe me, Black men, I'm going to say men, period, because we do have, I have had some being stand up for me that I didn't even think would be standing up for me.
Mr. Doomis, excuse me. He said A10 Media Groups gets more donation than his 16-year broadcast. That's false news. That's misinformation that you're spreading in the community because we do not. Have we got one from you? We gonna talk about that later, Uncle AC.
Yeah, but I did see Gina say, she did say, yep, you're right, because they still play their Elvis, Jerry Lee Lewis. You right, and they still like Hugh Hefner.
Look at all of them married all of them little girls.
And the Weinstein, the one, who was the one was the music?
Yes,
Harvey
he
Weinstein.
Had a whole island. They was over there playing with themselves and stuff.
The movie director.
Oh, it was one of them, Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, Epstein. The little island, and
y'all still supported him, and y'all feel sorry for his wife, who was a part of the crew. Yeah, girl, you look so cute. Oh yeah, girl, you want to go with me shopping? And then you end up shopping right on the island We know how they did it.
Yes.
She was one of the antagonists. She was the one that was helping entice our young women out there. That's something that
it's
we
all
got
love,
to
Uncle AC. Calm down. It's all love.
We gotta talk about that too in our community because so I got something that may be coming up and I'll make the announcement next week because I gotta fill out some things this week because we gotta start doing some disaster preparedness stuff. And that's one of the things that people don't think about with disaster preparedness is if we had a disaster today and people don't notice about what happened in New Orleans with Katrina, some of those people are still missing. They never was reunited with their families. They still missing because we did a scenario once when I lived in Cincinnati. We had a sister to come in. Her name is Sister Aurelia. She was doing disaster preparedness for FEMA. So when they had a disaster in Haiti, they expedited her to Haiti to help with trying to make sure things got taken care of. But she told us, she said, I'm gonna give y'all some scenarios. One scenario was you got the disaster preparedness. They say already, you got the disaster relief people. So we all sitting at the table. Always there's a pedophile, a predator that's gonna come into those events because you got people who are vulnerable at that time. So start preparing yourself to not be so vulnerable. Them people will come and listen in. So we had every one of us had different so everybody had a different role. We didn't know whose role was whose. You had the child who came in with the little brother that said, my little brother ain't got his asthma medicine. So this predator say, hey, come on, I got asthma medicine for you. I can help you. Don't worry about it. I help him. I got some stuff. And I'm from wherever. And he flash a fake and phony badge. Don't nobody really check out his credentials. They not even supposed to be there. And he took the child and they was taking them into sex trafficking. And that's how they was luring them away. Oh, you can sit down. Go ahead. I know the baby give you a hard time. Go ahead and fill out your papers. We'll help entertain the baby over here. And then next thing you know, you don't never see your baby no more. Because they done took the babies in another room so they could play a game. But you don't know it's a predator. And some of the people working there, they don't know who all everybody is because they all there doing disaster preparedness. And they all, disaster relief. And they all coming there in the good name. Remember that you got people in the community coming to you with the good name that they coming to help, but they actually predators. It goes in line with every one of these things. And in Katrina, that thing happened, and some of those people have never been reunited. So you got your children. Never let your children. If it's a disaster, if mommy sitting or daddy sitting at the table to fill out paperwork,
they sitting down too.
Make them sit down with you. Get them a backpack together that is a pick up and go backpack, so that they can have things in there that can entertain them while you take care of business. But never let them leave and never let anybody separate you. Never let them say, well, we sending the adults over here and the children over there. Where the child go, I go too. And where I go, the child go. Never let them separate you. That's a good tip for you all for right now. Just know it has happened in the past. It happens during all of the disasters.
Absolutely.
It happens all the time. You never know who it is that's there. That's the predator. And who's there that's really helping you. But everybody stay together.
We should also with disaster preparedness, we need to have some mothering. That's where I feel like Sister Circle, when we expand, we need to expand this out into the community.
Yes.
That's because if we teach our mothers how to mother and love on their children again, instead of teaching them how to roll a blunt and the way to the club, they would know this automatically. They wouldn't have to have a drill on how to get ready to watch their children. You know what I'm saying? Because a mother is going to have that instinct to protect their child at all costs. Because I'm going to do that for mine. I'm going to move hell and hot water for mine.
Right, exactly.
And so I feel like if you a mother, everybody don't come in, they don't come. You can birth the child, but everybody don't know how to love and be a mother anymore.
Nope.
And that's why I say week after week, we dropping the ball as women with our young women.
Yes.
We scared to talk to them. We scared to approach them, have a conversation.
Exactly.
What's going on? What do y'all talk about today? We need to do that with our young women.
I remember my oldest daughter. I was in the grocery store with my oldest daughter, and she was about 2 years old. She might not have been quite 2, but she was fidgety. And this lady came up to her and said, "Sit still. Your mama told you to sit still in this chair." And then my daughter looked at her and she said, "And I got a belt for your mama too." I turned my head like this, like, okay, what can I say? But that was the way we was nurtured when our children was younger, because that's the way that our elders took charge of the community.
But they want to call it child abuse now, but then it's okay for them to whoop on our children. And I'm not going to say they as in white people.
Right.
I'm not just saying white people. I'm saying the community, the streets will whoop on our children, period.
Yes.
From the police, the street walkers, the dope pushers, whatever, they whooping on our children because they not prepared when they leave the door.
They not. You gotta prepare. You gotta prepare them. You gotta prepare them. She said, Kathy said, what? My son is 35.
And when we're out, he's got to use the restroom. She stands at the door waiting for him.
That's right.
Okay.
You better secure each other.
Right.
You got to these days because people look for, they be in the bathroom. I don't let my grandchildren, we somewhere, they ain't going to the bathroom. Nope. Y'all boys, they 7 and 6. I don't care. They still coming in. They going in the bathroom stall. They going in the women's bathroom with me. They're not going out and about. You gotta. Okay. To where he was attacking women? Yep.
You got your mic on?
Okay, if y'all can hear him,
Mickey's saying a lot of times.
So
okay, there you go.
Okay, so y'all can hear Mickey.
I'm saying a lot of times, like Wyntis was saying, I'm just piggybacking when she said, it's not just gonna say the whites, but it'd be blacks.
It'd be blacks.
Yep. Where we come in, where we terrorize our own neighborhood.
Right. Absolutely.
How did we get to that where basically how did man falls to a low state?
To a low state. Several things that I can address with that. Number one, in your community, you attack your community. So if you go into a white community, there's whites that's attacking their own community. If you go into the Hispanic community, it's Hispanics that attack their own community. Blacks, we attack our own community. So that's nature. You attacking, that's who we shouldn't be attacking.
And I got a different view. See, so it's two generations here, and from my generational point of view, I feel like your generation dropped the ball.
They did
on the young men and the young women.
Yep,
we have pushed our children into the streets because grandmama and I think that not only did y'all drop the ball, I felt like y'all didn't have a lot.
Like I'm old, y'all. But
no. I'm messing with I know that you're a grandmother. You know what I'm saying? I know that you're a grandmother.
Yes,
I know that you have your grandchildren all the time.
Yes.
And I feel, and you do a wonderful job, and your daughter is a wonderful mother.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, a lot of times we put so much pressure on grandmothers because we have all the children and they raising them.
Yes.
And grandmother is not rebelling back because they know we'll grab the kids and just drop them off somewhere else, and they're trying to keep these children safe.
Right.
It's just something missing in the community. We are, again, I'm saying that we letting the streets and these people that don't mean us no good is who our children and people are gravitating towards. They see these people out here in these wordy shirts, and they thinking that they mean what's wrote on their shirts, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? And they get distracted and confused because they wasn't raised enough and prepared for the streets when they hit the door.
Yep.
Off rip.
But you know what? No disrespect to anybody, but we have some great men that's out there that's mentors.
Yes, we do have some great men.
But what I would like to see be more mentors, but most, not trying to be funny or nothing, but most of our mentors are struggling too.
That's true.
Why we need our mentors? We need people like engineers and doctors to step up to show that they ain't gotta struggle. These are things that you can do. That's no disrespect, because our mentors is doing a great job and they doing the best that they can do with what they got. But we need more in both areas.
Because they don't come back to the hood.
They don't.
When they make it, they go and get their practice and they go to Grand Blanc. And when they come back to mentor, they go choose a fancy program with a beautiful title on it, and they'll get one of those children out to mentor. And the people who make it, the dope men, when they get out of prison and they make it, they come back to the hood for the children.
They come back to the hood
Ain't
for the
that
children.
crazy?
And they say, I made it out. I made it through prison.
Right.
And
no so that's what they look up to.
That's what they looking at and seeing. So now our children, you're right. They need to see We are doctors too.
Right.
We are lawyers too.
Right.
Guess what? Some of the baddest lawyers too.
Right.
We some of the baddest doctors. We got some, I love the what is this the story that Most Def played the man's name was Vivian.
Mm-hmm.
He said that his mama, when his daddy wanted, and they thought that the mama was gonna have a girl, and they already had picked out the name. So when the man was born, they named him Vivian.
Damn.
But he was the day the Lord made, I think is the name of the movie with Most Def in it. He wasn't a doctor. He got an honorary doctor degree because he was at John Hopkins in Washington, D.C., showing the doctors what to do for heart surgery and for the baby. And he hadn't even finished college.
Wow.
And he was that bad. He was a black man. And they got his picture, they say, on the wall. Yeah, he wouldn't do the surgery unless he was in there. He said, I'm not doing it unless Vivian is in here with me. I forgot he's a famous actor too, the white doctor.
That's who we need.
Go watch that movie, The Day the Lord Made. I'm telling you, it was amazing. But a lot of us, we know how to do stuff. We just can't get the credit as we always have had our patents and things stolen from us, our ideas stolen, and it was taken and given to somebody else. Like Ben Franklin ain't the one that discovered electricity. Right. He couldn't even figure out how to wire nothing.
Absolutely.
He couldn't do none of that. Look at how I'm gonna name them. These the big three. Ford in particular ripped off Carver. George Washington Carver? No, yeah, him. That's what I'm talking about. Him. They got a whole institute down at Tuskegee Institute. If you ever never been to Tuskegee Institute,
I want to go there.
At Tuskegee, Alabama, I enjoyed it. They make the bricks there for the bigger part of the southern Alabama.
I do believe Mayor Weaver is a product of Tuskegee.
She went to
Tougaloo. Okay, Tougaloo. Let me not mess that up, Lord. Tougaloo.
We got it right, Mayor Weaver.
Tougaloo.
We got it right. But I mean, it was beautiful. I went to visit that place in the home that they had built for what's his name? Not W.E.B. Du Bois. George Washington Carver was an engineer there and taught a lot of the engineering students without going to school and having an engineering degree. So they ended up investing money, those big companies and corporations, because they seen what they was producing at Tuskegee Institute. Don't ever doubt yourself and don't ever call yourself short.
Right.
And
I agree with Philip when he's saying it's not just the people coming up, but all of us who could come up.
Right.
Even if the potential doesn't show. When a community lacks trained, teaching, and courage. And I 150% agree with you.
But you know what? I'm going to tell you the pressure that get put on people who do have degrees. So as you know, some of you all might know, I always just tell people I do home care. You know why I tell people? Because people treat you different when they think you got a college degree than what they do when they think that you don't have one. So a lot of people say, oh, okay, you do home care. So what do they automatically think? They think I'm an aide.
Nursing assistant.
I'm a nursing assistant. Yeah. And it's not just a nursing assistant, it's a nursing assistant. Never cut yourself short. You are very important to be a nursing assistant or a CNA. George Washington. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Because of him. He did some other good stuff too. I'm gonna tell you about it in a second. So I and I have been sitting in a patient's house and the nurse have come in and started talking to the patient like I wasn't even there. She said, oh, I thought you was the aide. I said, no, I'm not the aide. I'm the occupational therapist that's here. She said, I'm so sorry. Right. I don't want to get in your way. Then it changes. Don't assume that because I'm a Black woman sitting in there, you see me sitting down, I'm working, I'm letting the patient do stuff because I'm teaching the patient how to get independent.
And I'm like you. I don't like that either. I'm a director over a whole department, bench director at one of our local hospitals. And I would go in there looking toe up from the floor up.
Yep.
And my child will get, or whoever I'm with, they'll get good care.
Yeah.
But once, do you know who that is over there? Oh, hi, Mrs. Hall. Would you like some water and stuff like that? I don't like that.
Don't treat me different.
Don't treat me no different. Give me the same care. I had surgery there, and they did me.
I had surgery there when I was in the lab working, and because I was an employee there, they treated me special. and not treat my roommate the same way. She was pushing her buzzer and they would not answer. I pushed mine and they came and said, "Is there anything we can help you with?" I said, "Yeah, she's pushing her buzzer. She need help."
Right.
She was sick, throwing up. She needed a basin. And y'all won't even help this lady. Y'all came in and ran for me because you knew that I worked there. I don't like that. That's, to me, that's one of the worst things that you could ever do to me, is try to treat me a certain way because of what you think it is. I've had people, even on the flip side, be out hanging. I had people who try to pull me into their circle because they say, "Oh, you're an occupational therapist. Now you got the college degree. You making, you make a decent living. You do well. You could do this, that, and the other." And they try to pull me in because they figure I just said they the bougie crew.
Right.
I don't join in with the bougie crew.
I like these comments that we get. And Tony said, "I have a lifetime career, 1.5 GPA with no title, but he's smart." And I agree, because I was reading something the other day. It was like, you can take a C student and he will become a millionaire because he's going to hire that A student.
Yep, exactly. I know somebody, and I'm not gonna even say how I'm affiliated. I know 2 people that can't read. They can't read. One of them, he done sat down and told me he done negotiated $1 million contracts with people. He said, "People think I can't do it, but I do it." I'll never see him dirty, never see him in a dirty car. He got nice vehicles, multiple, and they live in a $250,000 house. So and mind you, he can't read because he got a text message.
He can count money.
He got a text message and forwarded it to me and said, "What's this about?" But it was a plain, I didn't know he couldn't read. And then I had to say, "Hey, why he asking me what this about? Is plain and simple." Then somebody said, he couldn't read. I said, "Oh, I didn't know
Reading
that."
and comprehending and taking that in.
But I had an uncle, he's deceased now. He couldn't read or write. When he had to go fill out his unemployment papers, he used to work at Truck and Bus. When he had to go fill out his unemployment papers, he had to come get my sister to help him fill out the papers. This was back in the 70s. But he could come in your house, and redo your whole house. He built a garage and couldn't read. So don't ever take yourself short because you can't read, or because like Tony said, I got a 1.5 GPA or whatever else it is. Don't ever let nobody make you believe that you're not intelligent, because you cannot go into, you can't read or write, or you having some difficulty. You right, nurses assistants are sheroes.
Mama Quill said, "No matter what you do or do, whatever, no matter what you have or what you do, a title or not, you are important.
You are very
important. As long as we feel that in ourselves, then we are able to teach somebody else that they are important. If we don't know that if we can't love ourselves, I can't show nobody else love."
Right, exactly.
And that's what's, again, that sister circle. That's what we're here for, to love and encourage somebody so they can go out and love on somebody else.
Right.
We don't have to sit here all day and argue.
That's it.
We don't have to sit here all day. We know the community is totally screwed up.
Right.
But we still need to let somebody know out there. Somebody out there today needs to know that it's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
I've been looking at a young lady this week. She's friends with a lot of us on Facebook. Melissa, I can't even say her last name.
Melissa Z.
And she's going through a lot in her life. She's going through a lot with her son. And I'm asking myself day after day after I sit on there each day and I comment on her post and say, "I'm praying for you." And I'm steady saying in my mind, where are the men at?
Where they at? We need you.
You see her crying out. She can't teach. A woman cannot teach a man how to be a man. I don't care. You can raise a hell of a man, but it's certain things that mama can't teach that son what to do.
She do always be positive, Tony. She do. Somebody was saying George Washington Carver is a member of what fraternity? Dominique Petty said it. Phi Beta Sigma. So I'm kind of blind on which fraternity that is. What colors do they wear?
Blue.
They wear blue.
I
think
5
we got
Sigma
you.
is blue.
Is it blue? Okay, please tell me, because I ain't all the way. Now the sororities, I can kind of figure those out a little bit, but some of the fraternities, I'm a little slow on them and everything. But I'm gonna tell you something else George Washington Carver did that I didn't know. So I'm doing my gardening stuff this year, and if anybody who knows about anything about gardening and farming, you're supposed to rotate your crop every 3 years. You never plant the same thing in the same place. You do it every 3 years, because every time you plant a different crop there, it brings other nutrients to that soil for the next year that's good for the next crop. So if you plant corn here and then the next year you plant corn there again, it's already sapped out all of the nutrients from the soil. Who figured that out and put that into place? George Washington Carver.
She just gave y'all a whole life lesson.
He gave a gift to the farmers by stating that, because I was trying to do the gardening, like I was trying to look it up, and somewhere or another his name came up that he was the one who designed that and set that out for the farmers and gave that to them. But George Washington Carver was very underrated. They tell you about the peanut, but I forgot how many patents he had. It was hundreds of things that he came up with. And I love it at Tuskegee Institute because Booker T. Washington is the one who came up with Tuskegee Institute. They're buried right across the walkway from each other. It down at on the grounds on the college campus. Yeah, and it was so funny because I have a friend. She's not on here. She's not on Facebook, but she's only about 4'10", 4'11". She real little. I call her Little Dynamite. But she was down there. We was down there at Tuskegee together. She said, "I always liked the Peanut Man," and she sat on the bench and her feet wouldn't hit the floor, wouldn't hit the ground. So she was just swinging her feet like a little child. It was so hilarious to me.
Tony said, "Do you watch The Godfather of Harlem?"
No.
Look, you gonna have her looking for it tonight.
No, Tony, no. It's got my man, what's his name? Look at me hitting the back of my head. Forrest Whitaker. You see me hit the back of my head. They always be talking about the back of his neck.
All on the back of his head.
I like Forrest Whitaker. Okay, so you telling me, Tony, that I need to watch it. Okay.
What's that time look like, Mickey?
All right.
5.
So we got five hot minutes. Let me see. Now, Bada did ask about we addressed her stuff. But Bada, we need you to come back because we do need y'all to help us with getting some of that stuff. Your voice was very well heard, as you know.
So who else is helping Gina with the recalls? Again, we got a woman
Beverly
leading.
Beverly.
I got a problem with that. Why is Gina out here? Where's
Gina,
the men?
we got you. Gina, we got.
Well, why do we always have to have Gina? Where are the men at?
Two guys.
Not that we don't have a problem having Gina, but where's the men?
John, I think John is helping to facilitate some of that. Eric's lawyer, he's helping to facilitate that. And then there was a couple of men that was down there that said they were going out with her the other day.
Okay. Now I know Kevin Tate was out. Him and his group last week hard hitting. So I can't knock that.
Kevin Tate tried to call me back. Kevin, if you listening, I ain't saying no more. We done played phone tags a couple of days. Bro, I'm on a different shift. Y'all be calling me through the day. I can't.
Malone
yeah,
again,
that's right.
We
got to do 4.
Where are
we got to do Ward 4. Dominique.
Men?
Look at me. Dominique, yeah. I seen Dominique say pure white and royal blue. I'm just gonna do you like this, once. Dominique. I got you. The Divine Nine. All right. We got you. I'm learning. You said what they are. Their sister organization is the Zetas. Oh.
Zeta Phi Beta.
I love the Zetas. I do. I think I do.
Liddell's a Zeta.
I love the other. I mean, I love her too. I don't not love her. I just like
love her ways.
I just like her ways,
right?
Very much.
Right.
I really do.
Difference.
It's a difference between
Michelle Merritt. Thank you. That's another powerful sister that I've been watching and checking out and having some interaction with on Facebook.
You said 300 products. George Washington Carver has over 300 products.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 300. You right, George Washington Carver. That was a bad man. He produced 300, created 300 products.
But beside every bad man, there's a bad woman.
There is.
And I'm going to keep on leading the conversation back to a woman. Because this is Sister Circle.
That's right. So we need you all. I love what Dominique said? He loved the channel all the way from. Oh, you in the Ville?
I can't
He in Louisville. He in Louisville.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this in your defense, Dominique. They say you could tell when a person is from there and when they're not. People from there say Louisville. People that's not there say Louisville. So you can tell the difference when a person is from there. Because I used to live in Cincinnati, so we did a lot of stuff with the people in Louisville. So I know.
And we had Miss Angela Allen watching from South Carolina. She said this news group is informative and real. She loves this news platform.
Thank you, Angela.
Michelle Merritt earlier, she said that all of our politicians suck. None of the important issues are solved. They keep taking paychecks and not delivering solutions. That's why we need to sit here and call them out and not be afraid to call them out. That's when you can tell who's bought and who's paid for, because I can sit here and I can say names and I can say whoever I want to say. It's not always about who's controlling Flint, because we let them control Flint. Because they wouldn't be able to control Flint if we didn't put them up there and allow them to. They always have to have somebody that looks like us in the group, in the circle like us, to feed them information back, because they're not here, but they know what we're doing in 810, but they're not sitting here with us.
We're going to give Mickey a timer up there so he can let us know.
Okay, 20 seconds.
So y'all, good movie to go back and watch. Nat Turner. Remember, he was selling the people out, but when he woke up, what did he do? He had a Nat Turner revolt.
7 seconds. Thank you, 810 News Media Group, and shout out to the greatest producer in the world.